Speculation grows over Nasrallah's possible successor. In the wake of Hassan Nasrallah's death over the weekend, some Lebanese media outlets have speculated on his potential successor, with some pointing to Hashem Safieddine. Safieddine is one of Nasrallah's maternal cousins, described as more hardline. He is the head of Hezbollah's executive council, managing the group's operations. His son is also the son-in-law of the late Iranian general Qasem Soleimani. The party is keeping quiet still, given the parlous security situation. We don't know who the successor will be or even when or where Nasrallah's funeral will be held. In the meantime, Hezbollah's deputy leader Sheikh Naim Qassem has temporarily assumed leadership. In a speech aired earlier today on the group's Al-Mana TV channel, Qassem said the group would choose a successor as soon as possible, while giving the impression that the group was in no rush. He said that in the structure of the group were deputies and reserve alternatives in case any leader is injured or killed. The weight of the ongoing war heavily burdens Hezbollah, and security risks faced by members of the party take priority before the designation of a successor. Qassem has vowed to continue the group's actions against northern Israel, though at a reduced frequency. "We will not budge an inch from our position," Qassem told viewers. "What's left to say? Our leader is gone. We are orphaned." A man interrupts one of our live broadcasts in downtown Beirut, showing a picture of the late Hezbollah leader, Hassan Nasrallah. "I asked his name. We Shias don't have a name anymore," he says before leaving. But not all Nasrallah's supporters believe that he is dead. There are still conspiracy theories spreading here. "No, he is alive. I am sure. It is part of the war tricks. They want to deceive the enemy," says Jihan, a 55-year-old woman who has fled her home in southern Lebanon and now is sheltering at one of the schools in Beirut. Her neighbor Amal is also thinking the same way. "I remind them that the group's press office has already confirmed and there was a mourning gathering over his body, but still they insist on their belief. They think it is not possible that Israel has done this and no big revenge has been taken immediately by Hezbollah and its main supporter Iran. No, Israel stands with you," Netanyahu makes appeal to Iranian people. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has just issued a direct message to the people of Iran, as his country's campaign continues against Iranian-backed groups Hamas, Hezbollah and the Houthis. In a 3-minute video posted to X, Netanyahu accuses the leaders of Iran of making speeches about defending Gaza and Lebanon, but that every day that regime plunges our region deeper into darkness and deeper into war. "There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There is nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country," he says. "With every passing moment, the regime is bringing you, the noble Persian people, closer to the abyss," he says. Netanyahu says that when Iran is finally free, saying that moment will come, a lot sooner than people think, then everything will be different and the two nations will be at peace. Iran will thrive as never before, he says, adding, "Don't let a small group of fanatic theocrats crush your hopes and your dreams. You deserve better. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you. May we together know a future of prosperity and peace," he adds. More British Lebanese families have arrived in London, without any certainty about when they will return to Beirut. Natalie Kesawani, a British Lebanese woman who lives in central Beirut, arrived on a scheduled flight at Heathrow on Monday afternoon with her mother and children. As she pushed her large pink suitcases wrapped in cellophane through Terminal 3, she said she was likely to stay with family in the UK for the long term. "The situation is becoming very intense. There is really no safe area in Lebanon. Any area can be targeted and hit. If it's the cyber boom sounds, or the actual attack sounds, they're very loud and scary." Kesawani said she feared Lebanon turning into Gaza. "The destruction is everywhere, all around the country," she says. Like Kesawani, Christopher Fawaz arrived on a scheduled flight from Beirut and was met by his father Abdullah at Heathrow. He said he saw long lines of people sleeping on the street on the way to the airport in Beirut. "The airport seems in disarray," he said. There are people sleeping on the gate of the airport, in front of the airport. I'm not sure if it's because they have nowhere to stay or they're just waiting for the soonest flight available to get out. Lebanese army says soldier killed after Israeli drone strike. Published at 14:32 British Summer Time. A Lebanese soldier was killed after an Israeli drone strike on a motorbike in southern Lebanon, according to the Lebanese army. The army said the drone targeted a motorbike as it was passing through an army checkpoint in the Wazani area, near the Israeli border. A source close to the army told the AFP news agency the strike targeted 2 Syrians on the motorbike, and the soldier was hit by shrapnel and died. The Israeli military has not yet commented. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, share and like our channel.